So, hi everybody and welcome. Hopefully I'm streaming from Zoom. So if you're on Zoom, just put yourself on quiet, please. If you could, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much. I can see you live on the screen now. That's great. Okay, lovely everybody. Just tell me where you're from. Put in the chat box where you're from. There's a chat box down below if you're on Zoom or on Facebook. Love to see some hearts coming up to see that you can see me okay and you can hear me okay. Fabulous, yeah? So today's lesson, oh, it's my things on, hold on 1 second. My ovens are telling me they're ready. So today's lesson, we're going to do a really nice lesson. I love this lesson. We're going to do Nutella bread, we're going to do some cheese and onion bread, and then we're going to make a pizza. So obviously we've all got different things in our fridges, so you can be flexible, and I've got some easy ways around things. So already, I'm just going to hold this up to the screen. I have, if you can see that okay, you might want to take a screenshot of that, but that's the recipe, okay? So if you've got your phone, just take a screenshot. If not, you can rewind. I'm going to put all these live on lives. I'm recording them, and they're going to go straight onto YouTube. Okay, so if you're just coming on, brilliant. Can everyone see me? Fantastic. Okay, so what I've done already, I've made that recipe. I've actually done it by 1.5 times because I love pizza, and I'm going to freeze some. I'm going to keep some for tomorrow, and Nutella bread. So I've made the dough already. Now, the ones who were on with me yesterday, all we did, we literally put all the ingredients in the bowl. Okay, now if you haven't got a machine, don't panic. But when you put the ingredients in, just be careful because salt will kill the yeast. So just give it a mix round and then put your salt in. Water in, and you want a nice soft dough. So it's approximately 425 to 450. Just look at it, but you want a stretchy dough today because we're going to be rolling it, okay? So, can I see people on Facebook? Oh yes, we've got lots on Facebook, fantastic. That's brilliant. Okay, so we're all running. So the first job we're going to do, now I don't profess to be a chef, I'm a pastry chef, which is very different. So those chefs out there that might be saying she's holding a knife wrong or whatever, I'm just going to show you how I cut an onion. So the first thing we need to do is get the onion cooked on the stove. So can you see my kitchen okay there? Let me just move that down slightly. That's probably better for you. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So just literally half the onion and leave that bit of the onion on the back because that will keep your onions together. And then just literally slices. Now, when people make onion bread, they tend to throw the onions in raw, and what happens when it cooks, the onions create moisture and steam, and it creates a cavity in your bread, so you don't want that. So you always want to cook the onions off. So I don't know if you can see my cooker here. Let me move you around here. There we go. I can't see the picture until we go live. That's okay. So I'm just going to literally sweat off these onions with a tiny bit of oil. And I'm going to do all the onions, so I'm going to do enough for our cheese and onion bread, and also I'm just going to sweat some down for the pizza as well. So I've got both there. Once that oil heats up, I've got some garlic. Now I'm going to put a tiny bit of garlic in, not too much. So if you haven't got things, or you just want a nice garlic bread with cheese on, I don't tend to crush it with salt anymore like lots of chefs do. I just grate it into the pan, gives a really nice flavour. So I'm just going to grate a tiny bit of garlic into the oil. Okay, just a little bit, but just turn that up slightly, and then leave the onions in there. Okay. So any questions as we're going along, please type in the box. Let me just get my chat box up so I can see you chatting to me. Any questions you want, just, there we go, yeah, I can see you. Chat away. Put that over there. Now, one of the ladies who was on Monday has just literally texted me now and told me a really good idea, because I know some people are struggling with getting strong flour from the supermarkets and we can't go out. So it's Caroline, she's actually on here today. I can see her there. Hi, Caroline. Lovely for us to join us. And I've written it down, she's actually only got plain flour, which a lot of you text me saying you can only get hold of plain flour. So she's got a bag of gluten, it's called Vital Wheat Gluten, and she says she's got it from, you can get it from eBay, from Amazon, so you can have it delivered to your house, Holland & Barrett, and you literally need 5 grams of gluten into your soft flour, and that will create a strong flour. So then you'll be able to make your breads as well. I know we touched quickly on sourdough as well, so you can do that, but this is a really good way, especially if you can get it delivered to your home. So that is gluten. It's called Vital Wheat Gluten. And Caroline is testing it for us today, aren't Caroline? Fantastic. You can see it there waving. So that'd be brilliant, and I'm going to give you feedback. She'll give us feedback and I'll type it in. Or Caroline can type it in underneath and let everybody know. That'd be perfect. Thank you. Okay, so those onions are cooking there. And then we'll just start with stir. Some burn those. And then we're going to move on to the Nutella bread where they're going. So just to speed up a little bit, I've made my dough. Now I've made, remember, 1.5 times the recipe because I want quite a lot of products. So I've already rolled out 3 round doughs. These weigh 200 grams each, okay? So I've got one here just to show you the 4th one, because you can either do a 3-tier or a 4-tier, but as we love Nutella, we're going to do a 4-tier. Okay, so just what I've done, I've made the dough, I've let it prove. So I was up early this morning, knocked it back, got the air out of it, and it's just sitting here now. And that's rested. So don't try and mix your bread straight away on the machine and then try and work it. Leave it for 10 minutes for that gluten to relax, then you'll be able to roll it out. So with a bit of flour, okay, just roll it out. So one roll and turn it, and that won't keep it roundish. Don't worry if it's not perfectly round and you've got the kids doing it with you. Perfect. Just let them have a go, okay? Turn that round. And you might find, because you've got 4 to do, you might get halfway through and find it a little bit tough. It's just because you haven't relaxed it long enough. Just go on to another one and then bring it back and do it twice and just stretch it out to the size you want it. Now it's probably going to be about 10 inches, 9 or 10 inches, this one. And that's the size, sorry, banging the worktop there. Okay. So, can I see any comments? Well, I can't see Facebook comments for some reason. Let me see, that's better. Sorry about that, Facebook. Can't go back to hello, Deborah. I can see Deborah, another student on there, which is fab. I've got some old students on there. Brilliant. Ben's on there, another old student. And quite a few people watching, which is lovely on Facebook. Okay, so once we've done that, this is the best bit. Honestly, it's so easy to make this. It really is. And you don't have to use Nutella. You can use anything you want. But I've just got a tub of Nutella here. And I've just literally, you can soften it in the microwave, but I've had this out so it's quite soft. If it's too firm, it's hard to get onto the bread. Just literally spread it there. Can you all see me okay, yeah? Move that out of the way so you can see a bit better. Okay. Now, if you put these in the microwave just to soften it slightly, only for about 10 seconds, be really careful because it's got a gold foil around the top and it'll spark in your microwave. So just make sure that gold foil is off the top. Okay, and just spread that out. This is one of my favourites, this. Doesn't last very long in this house. Just hear my onions sweating away there. Called multitasking, this you say today. We're multitasking. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be perfectly neat, perfectly round. Don't worry about it all looking perfect, because it will when it's finished. I'll just keep checking. Hi, Ben. I keep checking the Facebook as they're coming up. Oh, we've got loads of people watching now. And also, before I forget, I've got to say a few shout outs today, because on Monday when we did our first one, my little niece was on here. I'm not sure if I haven't seen her pop up yet, but just to say hello to Millie in Ireland. I didn't see her on, there's so many people on Monday, I missed her. So hello, Millie. Also, another shout out to a lovely lady, I don't know her, Angie Davis, sent me some great feedback, saying she loved the class. She watched it afterwards because she's working. She's working again today, so I just thought I'd give a little shout out to say hi. So people that are working, go onto YouTube and watch it on there or on my Facebook. Now, as I said, don't worry if it's not absolutely perfect, just flatten that down, put the next one on top. I don't want to overcook those onions, I literally want them al dente, so crunchy. Put that on there. I bet you could do this with lemon curd or something, you know, if you didn't have it. Oh, my daughter's on. Hello, Siobhan Sweet. You'll be doing this in your kitchen. My daughter works in the NHS, so I can't see her. I haven't seen her for about 4 weeks now, because obviously I don't want to catch anything. She doesn't want to give me anything. So I know she's working away. Who else have we got on? Andrew Murray, another old student. Hi. So we've got on there. Yeah, we've got quite a few on. Elaine Nicholson, hello from college. How are you? Hope you're enjoying the sunshine in the garden, if any of you are getting out. Oh, here he is. Here's my little Hoover coming out now. I wonder how long it will be. So some of you might have met him on Monday. He's called Rolo. I think you might just see his tail wagging as he walks past. Okay, so you could do a 3-layer one if you want to save a bit of dough for pizza. But I'm going to do a whopping big one, so I'm going to do 4 layers. Excuse me, big nose. There he is, you see he's here. Wouldn't be my kitchen without Rolo wandering around, hoovering up for me. This has probably taken about 3/4 of a jar, because this jar wasn't full. We'll just take my pot in the tower. Okay. Right. Just turn those off. So those onions are done. We need some smelly vision here, don't we? Can you see there's not really any colour in them, just lightly sweated off, that's all I've done there. Okay, I'm just going to turn them out onto a plate because I actually want them quite cool in a minute. Put those on there. Just leave those to cool down. Okay. So has anyone been baking at home? Put in the chat box if you've been baking. Hi Karen, another old students. Great to see all these old students popping back up again. You're all missing me, are you? Is that what it is? Okay, last one on top now. You can use a paper if you want to. Just put that on top. And that's it. So I'm just going to get the tray. Jodie's on. Hi, Jodie. So just lift this over onto your tray there. Okay, and don't worry if it's not perfect. In fact, I'm just put it onto the paper and take this off a minute just to cut it. And then you're just going to get your knife and you're literally going to mark it. So I tend to use, you could use a glass, you can use anything you want to. Just get a circle in the middle because you don't want to cut all the way through. And then you're going to cut it once there. Once there. So into quarter. Okay. Then into quarter again. In the middle. Just make sure you're going all the way through as you go through, actually. That's why I took it off my tray. And then again in half again. And then we're ready. Come around this side, so you can see. It is really simple, this actually. And it looks really effective. You'll be able to impress the family by doing this. So just slide this back over onto your tray. Take that off. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take 2 of them. And I'm going to 1, 2, and push together. That's it. Okay? And keep going round. So 1, 2, push together. Hi Sharon, how are you? You're not working today. 1, 2, and push together. Can everybody see me okay making this, yeah? You're going to go all the way around. And when this proves, so we talked about proving on Monday, didn't we? 1, 2, just make sure I'm twisting enough. If you haven't got a prover, I'm lucky I have got a steamer, so on that steamer there is a prover setting. Just check your ovens, you may find you have a setting you never notice. If you haven't, just put a tea towel over the top of this and just leave it for 45 minutes until it doubles in size. Okay, 1, 2. And then we made a stock syrup, didn't we, on Monday? Sugar and water equal quantities. So once this is cooked, exactly the same as we did on Monday, we're just going to brush it with some stock syrup to give it a nice shine when it comes out. 1, 2, squeeze together. That was easy, isn't it? It's not difficult, but it does look really, really effective. And that's it. Don't mess with it. Okay, can we see that and make sure it doesn't fall off the tray? Yeah? Thank you, chef. So that is really simple. So I'm going to put that into the prover. In my prover, it's going to take about half an hour. I don't want to over-prove it. It's just before it doubles in size. Okay, so that's that. That's in there. Woo! It's going mad today. Oh, let me just turn that up a bit. So you've got to say it's a bit warm. Okay, I'm just washing my hands on my back. So that's the first one. Where's my tea towel gone? Okay. So the next one we're going to do is cheese and onion bread. So this is another simple one, really simple. Just get rid of this. So remember those Nutella breads were 200 grams each, so I've done 4, so that's quite a big loaf. The next one I'm going to do, I'm just going to weigh this just to double check. Yeah, so I have here 500 grams, which is quite a lot. You might do a smaller one, but I'm going to freeze some of this, so it freezes really well, bread. Just put a little bit of flour, not too much flour. Turn that over. Hi Bernadette, we're okay? It's great to see so many people on today. And also, if I can ask you to share on your timelines, because we want to get this out here, we want to help as many people as we can at home who are sitting there, who are possibly maybe on their own, maybe a bit bored, and let's get everybody cooking if we can. Now I know not all of you got all the ingredients, and I haven't got some of the ingredients you have, so I'm just knocking the air out of that slightly. Only it's been sat there. Right, so what I'm going to do, I like this one. Put a little bit of oil. You actually don't need as much flour as that. Let me take some of that flour away. I don't need that much flour because this dough is not sticky, but you can see it's a nice stretchy dough. I want it a soft dough. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, you can use any oil, onto it here. Okay. And then you're going to go in your fridge and you're going to find whatever bits you've got left. What have I got in here? Cheese, yeah. This cheese. I've got some grated cheese. I've got some Stilton over there. You can use goat's cheese, you can use olives. Honestly, you can use tomatoes. And you're just literally going to cut this up with the oil, and the oil on it keeps it separate. Okay, we don't actually want it sticking together. It's going to be like a tear and share bread. So again, you don't have to be perfect. I was going to show you how to do a loaf, but some of you might struggle with the technique of moulding. So this way, anyone can do that. So just use whatever you've got there and just mix it together like that. Put some cheese, olives, onions, whatever you want in there. I'm going to get some onions here. Just be careful they're not too hot. No, they're all right now, not too hot, because otherwise what kills yeast? Anything that's too hot. Some onions in there. That's it. Goat's cheese is gorgeous in this. Mix that together. And the oil's keeping the bread separate. Looks like a tear and share. Just get the tray. Okay, so slightly, Probably got some oil on the table here. Just grease that around the edge, that's all. Just very, very lightly. Put that on there, and you literally give it the last little cut. Pick that up and put it in. Now this looks a mess, but when it's cooked, it looks absolutely fabulous. With really tear and share, it's gorgeous. Put all those bits in. So again, you can use absolutely anything you've got in the fridge. I used to work at a place and we used to have to make, I think it's 28 different types of bread every single day, breakfast, lunch and dinner, on a trolley, on a bread trolley. So we would go in the fridges and we'd have a look what we've got in there. So we'd use mashed potato, we'd use black pudding, anything, bacon, ham, put it in there and it makes really, really nice. So let me just show you that. When that proves, it looks fabulous. Put those bits of cheese on there. So that is that there. Can you see that? Yeah, really, really simple, but it looks amazing when you see it. So I'm going to pop that in the prover. Excuse me, very low. I'm almost there. I'm going to bring up my bits of cheese. And that's going to prove in there as well. Okay, last one. Any questions, please ask away. We've got some here. Hi, Kathleen from Ireland. We've got Ireland. We had America on Monday. We had America, Ireland we had on Monday, and we also had Spain. So anywhere from anywhere else in the UK, or tell me whereabouts you are in the UK. Just type in the box. It's nice to know where everyone's watching from. Hi, Chef. Just watching with my daughter. Oh, lovely, Danielle. Hi. Oh, that's really nice. Right, well, you can make this afternoon, definitely. It's a great one for the kids, that Nutella bread. And the next one now is the pizza. So we just go and grab my stuff. Now, some of you may not have fresh tomatoes, which I don't have fresh tomatoes at the moment. So, oh, Sheila from Lincoln, hi. Can I make it with yeast powder? Can't find fresh yeast. Yes, you can make it. If you look in my post from yesterday with the ingredients down below, someone's already commented, and I've put a little, I was going to say graph, but it tells you the equations of what it is between fresh and dry. So have a look at that. It's on my Facebook. So, pizza. What I did, I made one dough and then I put a little bit, I put 200 grams back in the machine. Actually, I've done 300 because I'm doing a big pizza. 300 grams back in the bowl with a little bit of oil. Put it on the machine, probably 25 grams of oil, because I want it nice and soft and flexible. Hello, Daniela, pastry chef. Are you all right? So that's in there. Now, ideally, if I'm doing a pizza at home, I'd sweat off some onions, a little bit of garlic, touch garlic in there. I'd get some tomatoes, tinned tomatoes, I'd put those in there, and I'd blitz it just roughly, reduce it down, blitz it, and then put it on the base here. But I know a lot of you may not have tomatoes in, so you could use something like this, one of these tomato things you might have in the cupboard instead. So I'm going to use this today just to show you, because it is about keeping it simple, about everybody doing it. I've also got a block of Stilton, so that would have been lovely in that cheese bread, or on your pizza, depending what flavours. So just have a mooch around in your cupboards and see what you've got. Okay, so pizza. This is really quite soft because remember, I've added a bit of oil to it. You can actually see how flexible it is. There's oil in there and I've let that rest for, what's the time now? A good 45 minutes, so that's ready to go. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on the table. If you were amazing at pizza, you could just flick it in the air, but we're not doing that today. We're going to use the rolling pin. And we're just going to bring it together. Now, it depends if you want a thick base, a thin base, or whatever. Because I've messed up, it's easy to always start and roll with a round. But you might want a square pizza to fill the whole tray. What are we doing? Okay. Also, it's really nice if you get quite good at this, you could do a stuffed crust. Oh, it's nice that. So all you do is you make your pizza a little bit bigger, then you roll the edges and just put cheese in there. Lovely. I won't show you that. I'll tell you how to do it today, but I won't show you because it does take about 10 minutes to do. So literally, once you've got this the size and shape you want, Obviously make sure it's going to fit in your oven and on your tray. Then I'm just going to move it over onto the tray. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly round, don't worry. My tray is not round, so. Right, if you want it with cheese base, not crust, just literally put the cheese all the way around the edge, a little tiny bit of water and fold it over all the way around, okay? And that's going to give you a stuffed crust. Then we put the topping on top of that and get that nice stuffed crust. And I'll do a stuffed crust today. I'm just going to keep it really simple. So we're going to use this here. Anything is actually looking slightly watery. Yeah, it's a fraction watery. So, oh, that's not too bad. You could possibly put that in a pan and just reduce that down slightly, take some of that water content off. Okay. So, a bit of tomato. And you know what? This is really nice just to leave in the fridge so it naturally proves as well. Because so many people just throw it in the oven and actually it's bread, so it does need to prove. So either leave it out for half an hour for that base just to prove, or throw it in the fridge and it'll naturally just prove on its own. Okay. So I've got some nice onions here because I like onions. We've got lots on Facebook. Sprinkle the onions round. Hello Rolo, yes, I haven't dropped anything yet. Bit of cheese. And I've also got some, I actually have got some mozzarella. You might not have mozzarella. And I've also got some peppers ready. Any questions? Please ask in the box. Just type away, ask me questions. Okay, I've got some peppers, put those on. Obviously mushrooms, whatever you like, ham, bacon. Do you know what's really nice as well, which I actually like to do sometimes, is actually crack an egg or a couple of eggs and fold it in half and crimp it and cook it in the oven. It's really, really nice doing that way. That's enough peppers, I'm not a big pepper fan. Mozzarella on there. Just bob those round. Okay, so just to recap, that recipe I did 1.5, and that's given me massive cheese bread. I've got another pizza. I'm going to do 2 pizzas because well, I'll probably have one today and one tomorrow. And then that is it. Okay, let me see if I've got any questions on there. Hi Ruth, hi, how are we doing? Any questions? Are we all right? Fabulous. Okay, so that's it for today on dough. If you have any questions, please just get me on Facebook. I've got a page on there. If you could share this video, that would be fantastic as well. Let's get the word out. And Friday, we are making Easter eggs. So if you fancy watching, so that's a little bit high level, but you can watch anyway, and I'll show you some easy techniques. So thank you all for joining me today. Oh, just quickly, if I forget, the timing for cooking, I haven't mentioned that, have I? Rolo, you see him down there. Stop it down. The timing for cooking, so this is going to be about 20 minutes. Your Nutella bread is going to go on at 185 for 20 to 25 minutes, okay? Again, it's about looking at the eye. And the cheese bread, again, I would put that in at about 190, a little bit hotter, because the Nutella bread needs to be lower because it's got the sugar in it. Your cheese bread can be a bit hotter, so 190 for about 20 minutes again. But again, just with bread, just use your eye, have a look. It's thin, it's it's going to be cooked, so don't worry about that. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all on Friday. Okay, thank you, bye.